Yeah. Do you feel clever? Now forget what everyone else has to say. Do you feel clever?
I am my poems to the fullest, the utmost purest sense of raw. I am fiery, fire engine red hot. I am dreams not yet understood. Jazz beats improv for b-boys, graffiti on A-trains. I am healthy cooking and fresh grown herbs. I am poetry.
So this is a piece actually that I wrote for my students last year. It's called Poets of Change, and it stems from a theme that I work with as part of this program as poets as an agent of social change, and it's something I deeply believe in, and so I wrote this piece for my students to remind them why I do what it is that I do. So this is it. So the call is, you are the poets. And when I say you are the poets, you say, you know it. Okay? I say, you are the poets, and you say what?
You know it.
All right, here we go.
No, baby.
Let me see if this thing picks me up at all. I just move away from it a little bit. Test, test. Is that good? All right. You are the poets. You know. You are the seers and knowers who will count and be counted amongst the keepers of time, of history of life, of knowledge of truth. You are the poets. You know. You are the ones who will write the new stories and retell the old ones with new turns and twists. You will shape the tomorrow promises and blend the today memories into clay, into mortar, into flint, into stone. You are the poets. You are the ones who will sing the wind song and break through the foggy mist that hides the lies, the snickering cowards. You will slay them with your fearless observations and carefully paraphrase quotations meant for believers only. You are the poets. You are the poets. You are the poets. You are the last b-boys and b-girls, the last painters and sculptors, the last warriors and queen mothers, the last orators and griots, the last originals, the last idealists, the last realists, the last sayers, the last players. You are the last poets. So write with visible ink, erase nothing, make permanent and clearly identifiable your mark. Pass the plate around and contribute your most precious jewels. Dance wildly and shake loose the words. Sleep with a pen in hand. Wake and remember your dreams. Record them and read them over before sunrise. Memorize your thoughts. Carry your journal always and write even when you don't. Read everything and rearrange the words often. Case your world. Find your stage. Leave nothing off your page. Eat well-balanced meals. Feed your mind with love, light, and beauty, because that is what poems are made of, and poems are what life is made of. And in life, you must know and never forget that you are poets. You know. And real poets are what change is made of.
Nappy hair.
If it was straight and blew in the wind, I couldn't fly. I couldn't float high above bias test, my father's obstacles, my mother's self-hatred to soar with the clouds. The wind would muss it. If it was straight, I couldn't strut straight through thick fogs of sameness and complacency to spread my feathers and shine. My curls would fall. If it was straight and blew in the wind, I wouldn't be filled with inspiration that I could give out by the bucket to little nappy-headed girls who don't know that nappy is beautiful. Kinky is free. It's the natural expression of our individuality. See, if it was straight, I wouldn't be me. And baby, that's all I know how to be.
Dear America.
It impossible to think of America as it was without Africa as it is. The strength of black in time, when this land of mine they now call America, was only a nightmare of despair where few could fare. Poverty, disease, unsettling memories for America. In these times filled with defeat, America was dying. Forget the line about heroic settlers beating back the bush, taming the land, bootstraps in hand. Death was your fate if your ambition was great enough to take a challenge for a voyage to a new world, searching for that pearl that was buried deep beneath this unsettled land to be called America. See, I think when history was rewrote, someone forgot that old joke that we'd all be wiser with time and ask the questions that rhyme with truth. So now we go back and see black hands and backs holding the straps of America. Erase the hate, America. Contemplate without the stigma, this enigma. Think back and try. Remember the race that would not die. Rescue them and you too. So whether you do or choose not to view truth as it stands firm in this land called America. Thank you. Thank you.
Day trips to the motherland.
My mind just be wandering sometimes back to yesterday's songs, long, long ago, when women hummed tuneless tunes while dancing rhythmless rhythms, chanting, chanting. My mind wanders way back to yesterday years, when women's tears were answered by strong wind warrior songs, blowing low quiet promises in their ears, while their children dreamed dreams of tomorrow. My mind be wandering like a 4-year-old, staring wide-eyed into yesterday while all the other children play and mothers cry, be careful. I be remembering the warning in the language of my people. In Swahili and Twi, Janga, Majanga. In Zulu and Bantu, Wolof, Moitu. In Yoruba, Masaba, from Somalia to Liberia, Nigeria, Algeria, Angola, Botswana, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Rwanda, and Uganda. Ghana, Kenya, Tanzania, Zambia, while fathers beat the warrior drums of yesterday's sons, long after the ones lost to the streets, ignore the beats of the ancestors' drums. Kings and queens guiding my dreams, truth beams down through bloody streams. My mind be wandering, reaching, teaching, holding, molding, claiming, taming, restraining years of pain, tears of strain that clears the rain in my mind, that be wandering, searching back where black was black, and we all heard the drums. No one forgot the ones that sounded the call, alerted us all, raised our men to stand tall. Everyone listened and heard every single word of the quiet, whispered yesterday songs of long, long ago. I have a piece, a poem in 4 parts that I wrote about music, just to stick with my music theme, and it's called Jazz Homophony, and here it is. You take my breath away, you strange little song, you are forbidden. You have no rhythm, you skip in all the good parts. You take my breath away, you crazy little melody. I can't get you out of my head and I hum you often. Inadvertently, at the most inappropriate times, you take my breath away. You intrusive little hiccup, you don't fit. You're offbeat, you skip in all the best parts. You take my breath away and blow it tenderly in a burlap sack. And then we lay together and watch it seep out into a room. 2. The last time I witnessed a miracle, it was at your hands. I was waiting quietly, listening carefully, barely breathing, anticipating jazz notes bouncing off a brick wall. 3. I imagine you accidentally inhaling a soft cloud of my thoughts as I spread my words over a blank page and you whisper musical notes in my ear. And finally, 4, this is A flat. I cried myself to sleep lost last night inside my love for you. I sipped each tear and savored the salty residue, fondling the steady stream like a gentle kiss. I became aware of a lulling tune being hummed in my ear, low and muffled, but it only made me sob deeper. That's jazz homophony.
I am poetry.